Hey everybody, it's your boy Dre, and oh man, do I have a scoop for what is going on in the world today as far as toys are related. Let's get the glasses on because, folks, I have a lot to discuss. And news broke today. If you guys have not been keeping up to what's going on, oh, and I have an action figure sitting here kind of getting my shot. So, mind you, my desk is still a bit of a mess, and you can see Roy in the background. She's watching TV. So, we're going to discuss something interesting, which is HasLab. So, if you guys have not seen the latest HasLab is drum roll. No, I'm not even going to give a drum roll for this. The latest HasLab is Giant Man. So, Giant Man, a 2 foot tall Marvel legend, and he is $200. So after shipping, taxes, you're looking at about 250, 240, right? $240, 2 foot tall Marvel Legend. The tiers that you unlock is a zombie head sculpt and a scroll head sculpt. That's it. And the internet fan base is going nuts. YouTubers alike that I've seen are all over the internet. Hey, brother, it's good to see you, Cobweb. And they're going nuts. People are like, "Oh man, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread and canned beer." And I'm like, "What? What?" I was like, "Time out, time out. How are we saying that this HasLab is remotely good when it is a 2 foot tall action figure with just alternate head sculpts? People want to spend $200 on that? That's it? That's all I'm getting. $200. $200 plus taxes and shipping. And I get alternate head sculpts, which are tiers, not included, tiers. If, I mean, just my God, folks, as a guy who has recently gotten to be more decisive in my, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Cobb. So for you just waking up, dude, and for anybody else that's tuning in, the big news is that HasLab dropped today. It is got to be funded by October 23rd, and I posted inside of the Collector Safe Space chat group, and like none of my friends are interested, and there are other YouTubers as well. They're like, no, we're not interested. We're no, we're gonna let this one go. And hey, LeBron, yeah, it's giant news, and it's a giant piece of horse turd. Um, this I know is a remake of the Toy Biz Bath that they did in the early 2000s, and I think that that's cool. You want to bring it back, but as a HasLab, a $200 HasLab, where all it is alternate head sculpts, that's ridiculous. I mean, you could have done the Baxter building. Like, let's look at what's coming out from Marvel coming out right now. You have exactly giant disappointment. Exactly 100%, 2,000 points Gryffindor to Cobweb Collector. Thank you very much. Well said. If it was me, you could have done. Oh yeah, LeBron, I'm grabbing like 5 of them. What didn't you know? I did my 5. I'm gonna talk all the shit here and then go get 5 of them because I'm a fake YouTuber because that's what I do. No, I totally am not pre-ordering any of that crap. I'm not backing it. The one Marvel Legend they could have done for me would have been when they did Ghost Rider, and I instantly backed it the day it released. And my wife got furious because she thought we were going to get charged in our accounts. And luckily, I mean, well, I don't want to say luckily. Sadly, it didn't get funded or backed, and we didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. And now I can get the Ramen Toys one for like a third of the price. So, which eventually I will. But logic tells me, why would I consider spending that much money on a 2 foot tall action figure? And I don't really care. I mean, and this is me. I know YouTubers are going to come at me and people are going to blow me up and troll me in the comments. I don't really give a shit. Go ahead. That's good for the algorithm. But for me, I'm going to state this as this. $200, you guys could have done so much better, especially when you just got funded for the Ghost, which was 2 ships and 4 action figures, with the other 2 figures to be later distributed out in stores. Why not consider doing the Baxter building? Fantastic Four is getting it's already, we know Marvel is going to be bringing it out. It's coming out in 2025, I think. You guys could have done the Baxter building. You guys could have done, as I posted inside of the Collector Safe Space group, you guys could have a Danger Room. Oh my God, that's so LeBron. That would have been perfect. A Danger Room playset for 6-inch figures, dude. That'd be awesome. I would have backed that, because that would be cool. A diorama that is the Danger Room. I mean, you guys could do the Daily Bugle. Like, why not look at the playsets that Toy Biz did in the 90s of popular? Spider-Man is probably one of the most popular lines next to the X-Men, and especially with X-Men 97 toys being released, you could have done a Danger Room. That's like 100%, an idea. I know that there's been talks of them doing the Blackbird, and I don't know why they didn't do that one either. That could have been an awesome HasLab, a diorama of the Xavier Institute for the Gifted. That could have been something. I mean, there's so many X-Men 97 things you could have done. But let's look at the pre-existing sculpts that you have of things that you could do. Why not do like a 5-pack Spirits of Vengeance? Hear me out. 5-pack Spirits of Vengeance. We know Toy Biz did in the late 90s, early 2000s, a flamed and a blue flamed variant of the Spirit of Vengeance, right? Ghost Rider. But that's the Spirit of Vengeance, which is what he actually is. We put that in a 5-pack of figures. That way we would have gotten our Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. We would have gotten Danny Ketch, and we would have gotten the first Ghost Rider with the variation of the Spirit of Vengeance. And then what you would have done is maybe a tier to unlock the horse and the motorcycle, Danny Ketch's motorcycle. We've gotten Ghost Rider figures that have been good, but why not give us those? I mean, Hasbro, I'm gonna spoon feed these to you. Take my ideas, because they would have been funded. This Giant Man, if it gets funded, I will be surprised, because Robbie Reyes was not gonna get funded, and Robbie Reyes is a popular current Avenger. You would have figured he would have been funded. Like, to me, that's the logic. I would have been like, oh, we're going to get Robbie Reyes. He's going to get funded, right? They're giving you the car. They're giving you Mephisto. They're giving you characters that, like, we would have wanted with them. No, didn't get funded. And that was almost, after the taxes and shipping, was like $430. And that was offering you a vehicle with light effects, a figure with alternate head sculpts, weapons, good points of articulation, and then offering you 4 more action figures. $430. $500 gets you the big ship, a smaller ship, 4 figures, plus 2 more that are going to be shipped later. I mean, like, what the hell, Hasbro? Like, what the hell? Why am I so adamant about this? It's because I see YouTubers and influencers go out there and they're like, great ideas, guys. We love what you're doing, guys. Hasbro, you're killing it, man. Yeah. No, you're not. Stop suckling at the teat for Hasbro. They're not doing anything good. They're not producing anything that people really are desperately clamoring for. LeBron brought up a perfect idea of something they could have done that would have wildly been popular, is something relevant to the line that's currently out or coming out, and it would be a playset people would buy, and you could scale the playset down a size to put it in the reseller in not for reselling, but in the retailers stores, so that way you could have, like, if your kid wants the danger room, your kid could have a danger room, but you have the adult version that's like the full scale danger room. I mean, you could have done a danger room that would have been like, I mean, God, LeBron puts that idea in my head. I start thinking, do a danger room, and then you have rooms that are like off the danger room, because on the same floor as the danger room, you would have had the Cerebro, and you could then say, oh well, if you pre-order if we get to tier one, right? We get to tier one, you get the Cerebro room expansion. Oh wait, if you get to tier two, you now get the Sentinel room expansion. Oh wait, now you've gotten to tier three, you've unlocked these two tiers, you got these two extra add-on rooms. Hey, guess what? Now let's throw in that you get some action figures, and you give them, like, effects. Like maybe you have Iceman with an ice bridge, or Xavier like this sitting at Cerebro. You could do, and you could create so many, there would have been so many different variations on what we would have seen from this danger room, that I'm just like, why? You know, that's just the danger room. I know I posted in our group chat that, like, I would have personally liked to have seen the Celestial base from the Avengers versus the X-Men versus the Eternals, and where Tony actually hollowed out a Celestial body and made it a base for the Avengers. And that would be cool. You give me something like that, something comic book accurate. I know that's a little bit more niche, and that comic book fans would kind of dig that more. But dude, that would have been rad. I would have totally loved to have a base like that. Would I have backed it? Probably not. But no, maybe I would have, because I would have tried to convince my wife. Then, like, hey, I could put that somewhere. I mean, yeah, you know, it would be a difficult sell, but the Baxter Building, Avengers Tower. I mean, there's so many play sets in my head. Like the Daily Bugle would have been a no-brainer for me as a Spider-Man fan. I would have totally pre-ordered that and backed that. But like a Daily Bugle playset, or like a Daily Bugle diorama, I would have gotten that, you know? But again, if you're looking at their popular, I guess I don't want to say franchises, but popular, uh what would be popular lines that are out right now, X-Men 97, Spider-Man would have been the two I would have gone to. Not a HasLab of not a HasLab for a figure that nobody remembers or cares about, unless you're a diehard Ant-Man fan and want the Giant Man figure, and you need it and are gonna pray that people back it. Because now, guess what? If it doesn't get backed, all you did was spike you lowered temporarily the price point for the Toy Biz original Build-A-Figure, which I know they're trying to compete with, because Hasbro's been trying to do their re-releases of figures from specific lines. Like they're doing the what was it that they were re-releasing a bunch of clone troopers and older Star Wars Black Series that people thought were never going to be made into Black Series, or were only done once, and the aftermarket's been ridiculously high. And you know hey Sal, but this is something that, there's my little baby girl. But this is something that we all know it could have been done better. And I don't know why they're not. I feel like there's money left on the table that nobody's thinking about, and we're not seeing it cared enough about. And this is just my opinion. Again, like I said, I expect people to get mad at me and flame the comments and be like, Dre, why are you hating on the YouTubers, and other content creators for wanting this thing? Because I think it's stupid. It's not. This is not something to praise Hasbro for. It's like, why would I praise you for making? That's like me praising Rory for taking a poop. I'll praise my daughter for taking a poop because if it's like on the potty for the first time, yes. But this isn't nothing. This isn't anything worth my time or my investment or my money for a 2 foot tall action figure. 91 points of articulation on a 2 foot tall action figure. 91 points. I doubt it. The larger scale you go, the harder it is to create all those points of articulation. So are you telling me that the fingers are going to articulate, that the wrist, the hand is going to articulate? I mean, there's so many questions that were left unanswered that I'm like, you know what? You're not worth my money or my time. Pass, 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 pass. Like there are so many other things I see crowdsourced that I would rather. Oh, the blue face? Okay, so the blue face is a zombie from the Marvel Zombies, which is created from the Ultimate Universe. So it is that head sculpt is the head sculpt from there. And he was on the cover of the comic in the first run. Yeah, but again, Sal, let me ask you a question. That's a tier, not something included. Don't you think that should have been included as like, hey, you pre-ordered this $200 figure, here's some cool head sculpts for you. Now let me ask you this, Sal. Would you agree that a cooler thing for $200 besides those head sculpts and tiers would have been like, hey, give me a 118th, a 118th, a 112th, the 1/6th, the 1/8th, then the 1/10th? Wouldn't that make sense for you to like tier those action figures to go with this one, which would already reuse? See, a Marvel Zombies Magneto would be dope. That actually a Marvel Zombies Thanos would be dope. A Marvel Zombies Galactus would be dope. And I think that head sculpt did come with the Galactus one. I don't remember. For anybody that's watching this, if they did know that, could somebody find that out for me? If the Galactus one did come with the zombie head sculpt, because I didn't pre-order that one and I had no intentions of getting those. But 2 foot tall figures like that just don't interest me. Like Sentinels, how many people, all the YouTubers I laughed at that were like, I'm army building Sentinels, yeah, I'm gonna army build Sentinels, and then what did they do? Cry when those things crashed and could not be sold. And then they took the biggest financial hit because now you've spent like $2,000 and you're not even going to get your investment back. See, I agree with that. A zombie cosmic series, why not do something like a Marvel Zombies? It's like I just said, Sal. Imagine you have the Galactus, but see, nobody wants them. Cobb, you have them, dude. Oh no, that's not a spoiler. I mean, it's been Sal. It's been forever. No longer spoilers. Anything past a year, it's no longer. You could have seen it already, or read it already. You had the Galactus Cobb, and you still have it in the box. Never displayed it, and you should sell it. I know, spoiler for a 20-year-old comic. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, Cobb, why did? Okay, let me ask you a question, Cobb. Did you buy it for yourself to display, or did you buy it for you to sell eventually? Because that's what my brain starts getting curious about. Like, did you have the intention of, oh, I'm gonna resell this figure down the line? Because I stopped buying figures like that. I stopped buying action figures to say I want to resell. No, LeBron, only you would have bought that figure for feet picks. You and your only feet. Because that's what I'm curious about. All right, so you bought it because of the hype, and I get that, good on you. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on you for that. How many okay, how many you let's go down the line. How many big YouTubers went, pre-ordered the thing, took it out the box, some of them bought multiples, and then sold them off and raffled them off to get their money back? 95%. No YouTuber has kept them unless they're an X-Men fan. And the ones that bought like 5 of them feel stupid because they can't sell them. My comic book store, or I should say my local one, because my local one didn't have it. They had a Sentinel and sold it. Um, there was another store I went to locally, and they had like 4 of them in the store, and the guy's like, I can't sell them. And I was like, you know, I said, I asked the guy, I was like, did you try to sell it? I actually bought 2, not to make extra money, but to trade off if I could. Now, see, I understand that. Like, you bought it, one for you for the hype, and you had the extra one. Did you ever get rid of your second one? And the only reason I'm asking these questions is because I'm curious. Because I know a lot of people. I sold one at the price. Oh, Geek Dad Life. Okay, cool. So you actually sold it to a YouTuber that I know locally. He lives, because Geek Dad Life lives in North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. If I think he does. That's not bad. See, like, that's actually okay. So that makes sense. Like, so you actually didn't really lose anything except for the one you currently have that you haven't really displayed. Now, and that's Galactus. Imagine that was a Sentinel. Imagine that was a Sentinel. Like, to me, I feel like that would have been, I would have been pissed if I had spent the money on a Sentinel and I couldn't sell it. And I know people were trying to do that. Like, let's look. Okay, exactly. See, like, you don't upcharge your homies, and that's 100% Cobb. I would never do that either. Like, whenever I do sell something to my friends, I sell at retail. I don't sell at market value. I don't sell it like, oh, what it's currently trending at. If you're my friend, you get the retail price, and sometimes I'll even knock it down a little bit if we got to negotiate because life is hard and times are tough, you know. So I get that, and I respect the hell out of you for that. I just think that I think we've reached a point where people are not looking at the actual, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, life is hard. Times are tough. It's true. You know, um, I feel like people are not paying attention to like the actual reality of the trends. They're looking at like, oh, I want to jump on the hype train, get it while it's hyped. I'm getting mad now, and I'm going to say this. If it doesn't get backed, I'm going to laugh hysterically because it's not. I don't think it is. I don't truly think this is going to get backed. You know, hey, Mr. Singh, how you doing? I think that if it does, cool for those that wanted it. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's like when you see that there's inflation, prices are going up, but the wages are staying low and not going up to match it. You know, LeBron, can you handle that situation? If you're seeing what I'm seeing in the chat. But this is again my idea. I don't understand what is the hype train. Well, see, Cobb, let me holler at you. Let me talk to you. Like, yes, that's exactly what I meant. See, LeBron, you got me, brother. Um, the the thing is, a lot of these YouTubers don't pre-order it. They'll put on their social medias or they'll go on their YouTube and say, "Hey, look, I backed it." Then they'll cancel it because they're not stupid, and or you know they 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 uh I'm sorry because I'm reading the chat. LeBron, handle that for me, please. Like handle those things, and you're the man. Love you as my mod, brother. Um, so here's what I'm gonna say, Cobb. I understand that a lot of those YouTubers get paid by Hasbro or they're sent free stuff, and their goal is to extend their brand in the marketing for Hasbro. I get that, but they're pandering to something that I've heard Nerd Affiliated talk about, which I love and respect. Hey Archer, he's awesome, and several other YouTubers like Dave's mentioned and myself have mentioned this, and everything practice. You know, good job, LeBron. You got to tell these people time out, man. I understand why you coming in here and making those comments. Hey, it trolled me. I made it. I made it. you know, but like they pander to people that don't understand the limitations of their wallets. And I'm not saying you, Cobb. I'm not trying to say you because we all have that. We all know the knee jerk reaction to wanting to get something, and we do it, and we then think about it later, and then it's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know, and that's kind of how these YouTubers react because they know Hasbro wants them to do that. That's why they do a lot of these crowdfunding. You know, I'll use a perfect example. Mezco 1/12 scale puts out a figure that I really care about. Damian Wayne, Constantine, Ghost Rider, The Crow. Characters I happen to have a great deal of love for. They put them out. The Crow was the only one I was able to pick up because Constantine got delayed and then they canceled the pre-order because it got delayed because of all the shipping issues. Damian got delayed. Bishop is at my comic book shop waiting for me when I get some money to get them. So there are certain figures and certain things I can wait on. But knowing it's a higher quality figure, knowing what comes with it, knowing that when I get a Mezco, I'm getting value versus getting into a HasLab where I would say right now, the biggest HasLabs that have resold and have retained some level of value has been the Jabba Sail Barge, the TVC one, the Razor Crest, and maybe, dare I say, Unicron. Oh yeah, Dave, I'm borrowing from you, my brother. Yesterday, you were like you had to rant about it, so I had to rant about this because I just felt like I needed to say something. Well, see, the best action line TMNTs I don't like. Yeah, that Motu Eternia looks dope. I mean, I've seen it. I know Pixel Dan has one in his basement at his house, and they look cool. I'm not. I was into Motu as a kid. I'm not into Motu as an adult. You know, And oh yeah, Dave. I've my inner rant felt so good. I just felt good to talk about it and get it off my chest because I felt it's stupid. There's so many things I've mentioned in this video that when people decide to watch the replay, they'll be like, "Oh shit, these are good ideas. I like that." Yeah, she's got that she's chilling, she's running around. Peanut, you want to say hi, Mama? Come here, Mama. Come here. Come here. Come here, boo. Come say hi. Go eat your pancake. All right, eat your pancake. The new ones are good. Their first releases. Now, I did pre-order the the one that are from the IDW because those looked amazing, and those are the ones I want. Peanut LeBron says hi. Say hi. She's talking about her favorite person, Magenta. And it's as no LeBron said and Cobb said it's a giant disappointment. This is something that you could, like I said, they could have done a danger room. LeBron brought up a great point that like X-Men 97's coming out, right? Why not do a danger room? Why not do the Blackbird? Why not do Xavier Institute? Why not do any number of X-Men 97 themed things? Asteroid M playset. See? A danger room. Think of the amount of stuff we could have gotten with a danger room. HasLab, I'm calling to you. Please. Please, guys. Please. Please, please, please. Do a danger room. I will back it. I will take all my words of negativity back. Give me that. I will back your HasLab. If you give me a danger room adult playset. Doctor Doom's Palace, the Baxter Building, Avengers Tower, the for all the Spider-Man fans, the Daily Bugle. How about an Avengers Campus playset? Like, let's even go more realistic. They could have taken the Avengers Campus playset that's like a Disney Parks exclusive and turned that into a playset for me. Stark's Armory. That's only been in Sal. That's only been a Hot Toys thing. That's only been a Hot Toys thing and a Disney Parks exclusive figure thing. They've never done a Stark Armory like an actual. Well, no, that's not true. SH Figuarts back about 8-9 years ago did the Hall of Armor cases for his suits, and they only did I think 5 or 6 suits, but their price point was so high, but they were lit up like they had LED lights in them so they could light up, and they interconnected and stacked. Yeah, Lego did it. Dave brought up another one that I would totally have backed, an Across the Spider-Verse base. I think the best action figures in the current line, the IDW ones, are going to be their best improved, and the price point's $20, so you can't go wrong. So for $80, you get 4 turtles that look amazing, and they're from the comics. I mean, Sal, I'll find you pictures and I'll text them to you because I have not seen those in a long time. Well, see, that's not Marvel. That's the Watchtower's DC. That would be something we would see probably out of like a Mattel HasLab that they would do, or McFarlane. Now, see, that's an idea. Why not take the Helicarrier? Give me a 1/12 scale Helicarrier. Well, they probably wouldn't do that. They probably do a 1/8, like a a 1/18 scale, the 3 3/4 scale Helicarrier. Lego did it. You know, I mean, these are not things outside of the realm that should be talked about. Like, how are they like? I would love to have been the fly on the wall in that meeting. To have been like, hey guys, we need a HasLab that no one's going to give a shit about ideas. And then they're like, hey, I got you. And they're like, what? Giant Man. Who gives a shit about him? Sure, let's do it. And then all the lemmings. So I love it. I love it. Asgard with the Bifrost. Oh, dude, that with the Rainbow Bridge? Shit, that would be awesome. There was a Teen Titans toy made in the early 2000s for the Teen Titans cartoon that was on what you call it on Cartoon Network. Cause I know my cousins had it when they were little, and I loved it because it looked dope. It was the big T, and then it had the like a little bridge. It had like a bridge, and then it had like the little island, and you turn the T around, and it had like the little, it had like two areas to play in it. It was cool. But again, like if they could do Skull Mountain and Castle Gray, Snake Mountain, Castle Grayskull, Eternia, Cat's Lair, why can they not do, you know, that? And I think Cat's Lair is the only 1/12 scale base we're gonna get. The Sanctum Sanctorum, that would have been another cool one. A 1/12 scale Sanctum Sanctorum. That would have been, and you would have multiple reasons to have that play set because we've had Doctor Strange. You could have added parts from the Multiverse of Madness. You could have thrown a Spider-Man figure in there. You could have thrown a comic book figure in there. You could have even made a different version. You could have made Clea, who's Doctor Strange in the comic book run. Not now because they finished her run a few months ago, so now it's back to Doctor Strange. But they could have done like they could have taken that Mephisto and repackaged him into that. There's so many ways that things you could have done better, HasLab, and they chose not to. Why? It boggles my mind. It truly, it doesn't make sense to me. And I don't even know who would be able to do like the Hall of Justice or like Fortress of Solitude or a Titan Tower. You know, who who would be the person to do that? Because Mattel, Kenner, McFarlane, yeah, I guess would be the brand, and he does do a pretty good job. That's another thing too. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. You could have done the Milano. You could have done a 1/12 scale Milano. That would have been dope too. That I would have bought. A Milano I would buy because that would go with my Cosmic Legions. Hands down, a ship that could hold 1/12 scale figures. Shit. Oh, a ninja base for the hand or a Hydra outpost. AIM. There's Hasbro. Hire me and Dave. Hasbro. If you even watch these videos, I'll hashtag it to tag you guys, just so you guys can understand. Hire people like us that are toy enthusiasts that are not like Fwoosh and Pixel Dan that they're in it just to get paychecks. I'm in it for the collectors. Give me this and we'll get you ideas to make shit that people will buy. Because people will buy this shit. Yeah, no, we would hire Sal into our we would get hired on, then we hire Sal. And then we all work remote. We don't want to work at Hasbro. We all work remote. So we could all like they have like a satellite office that we fly to once a month and we all go there and we play with toys, and then we can come back. Because there's so many ideas that I could think of. Oh no, we'll hire you too, LeBron. Cobb will hire you too. Anybody that we love will hire you in here. Now, see, that actually would be one I could agree with. I agree that we should have gotten a command center, and we haven't. The chimichanga truck. I mean, there's so many things that we haven't gotten. I don't know why. A chimichanga truck would be cool. The Power Rangers. We that's right. We've never had a Power Ranger HasLab. Oh goodness, I know that that's a dream of several fans is to get a Punisher van from the Toy Biz line remade, 1/12 scale Punisher van. I mean, I know people are gonna buy the Valaverse one, and they're gonna alter the hell out of it, and I agree with it. Do that. A Shadowland Daredevil set would be dope. That would be actually. I would love them to do the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. When Apocalypse created the Four Horsemen, that would be a set of five figures you'd get people to buy outright. Then you do like the Shadowland, you do that Shadowland Xavier variant. You know, you'd have you make a Kid Storm action figure. You know, there's so many. The Hand is getting the new variant. They're getting okay. So the Shadowland variant Daredevil exists, I think, as a Toy Biz, or it might exist as a Marvel Legend. I have to double check, but I know the hand figures have just recently been made. So we're getting a recent line in the current line that's coming out. I think in like 2 months, we're gonna get the hand figures. And I pre-ordered like two of those, so you can actually have the variations of the way they're gonna look because you get different head sculpts. But again, it's like how many people have that level of interest and depth into that figure? You know, I just love looking at this chat because the ideas that I've just got flooded in here would be awesome. Like I would love to see a variation of the the morph like imagine they made the morphing grid. Like I wouldn't mind seeing the Power Rangers from Rangers Academy, the current comic line, like turned into like a figure set. That would be a pretty cool set because they're all aliens. And I'd love to see those head sculpts done. Well, okay, so LeBron, here's where I'm gonna get very negatively trashed by Power Ranger fans. I don't love American Power Rangers. I think they're trash. I don't not the figures, I think the shows. I don't like the actors in them except for Mighty Morphin. I think it's trash. Oh yeah, the TMNT Mighty Morphin Power Rangers run is one of the best runs next to Ghostbusters TMNT, and you know, Dave, I know you love the American versions. I am going to say this. I am a strict fan of the Japanese versions, and I'm not going to say one is better than the other, but one inspired the other. And the fact that I like the music and the action and the stories unedited from the Japanese version, and the toys are better made. You know, I know you do, LeBron, and I don't hate on anybody for loving what they love. Believe you me, love what you love and enjoy it, collect it. That's 100% what I believe in. I'm just saying I don't love the American versions of the toys. Like I know they want to do Common Rider, and that's been like the big talk that Hasbro has the Common Rider American license, and we're gonna get a Masked Rider figure. And I'm like, cool. If you give me that in the motorcycle, I'll buy it to compare it to the SH Figuarts. But I'll still buy SH Figuarts. Yeah, Ultraman is awesome, and I blame Steven Figpix for getting me into Ultraman because the newer Ultraman toys are freaking amazing, ridiculously expensive, and mostly it's not even the Zords. People think I like the Zords better from the the Japanese version. I think they made it more affordable to buy for America. I just prefer Solo Chokojin because they do that deep dive, real detailed versions for like 500 bucks made of metal. Like I just saw, and this is gonna blow people's minds, the Dangayo. And now, if you ever watched the original Japanese version of Dangayo, because I played Super Robot Wars, so for anybody that's a real gamer, video game fan that ever played Super Robot Wars, that was by far one of the best video games, like tactical RPG video games I ever played. I think that only ties with like Final Fantasy War of the Lions on PSP, but I digress. The best game had you got to pick robots from across the multiverse, and the robots fought with you. And Don Gaio had his music, and his music was crossfight, crossfight, crossfight. So when I saw the figure, which is a 24-inch die cast metal transformable thing. I know I got to drink. I have. It's funny. I have my Gatorade right here. That's the one to get. But I was also like $500, and my wife looked at me like, mm-hmm. Oh, I always stay hydrated. Let me see. What did Sal say? I also like Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad better than Mighty Morphin. That actually is Gridman in Japan, and Gridman is really good. And they made some dope ass figures. See, you're lucky you're not Sal. Let me tell you, you're lucky you're not into action figures. And I know what I'm gonna get you for Christmas. I'm sending you something for Christmas. Now that I know something about you, you're getting it for Christmas. Because I had this idea. Now you gave it to me. So yeah, that's hilarious. That is, it's so cool to have these level of talks, and you guys don't realize these things I'm gonna miss when I'm working because I'm not gonna be able to do them as often. Um, because once September 28th rolls around, your boy's gonna be 10 to 6 Monday to Fridays, and then I'll once I get my actual work schedule, which will be 3 to 11, I'll be able to do this maybe on Wednesdays. So we'll see. But yeah, I have some ideas. I have some ideas. Yeah, Sal, call me Dre. People very rarely does anybody ever call me Andre. I don't think I think my wife and my mother-in-law call me Andre, and that's about it. No, I'll never stop at my OnlyFans, which I'm gonna do. I have an idea of doing something like I have this crazy idea that I think people will dig if I can get the idea off the ground. I got to talk to Todd about it and Dave and see if we can work something. I love what Dave said. No, no, my government name is Andre. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I just like Dre. Dre's always been what my friends call me. Dave, note to self. I gotta text you after this so you can laugh at the idea and see if we could create something. Yes, Cobb, that's my idea, but I have an idea, a variation of how to do something like to do it. I like that. I put Salvatore on everything, but Sal is perfectly acceptable. Really? Yo, Dave, we've proven it. We've proven it. We took a podcast idea and it's awesome. We bring a guest on, we do even better. Literally, sky's the limit. So we're gonna try this idea. And Cobb said it, but I think we're gonna brand it differently, but the same idea. And I have some fun ideas to make this something. We'll see. We'll see. What is it, little mama? And look on the floor behind me. My daughter took all her toys out. I don't know where your magenta is. You got to look for it, mama. You just took all your toys out. They're on the floor. Look on the floor. Uh, oh, she loves Bluey. We okay. We've done LeBron. We've done everything. We've done every fandom. We did Bluey. We did Coco Melon. The two is fan. The two. Hey. Shh. You too loud. Yeah, you look for your magenta on the floor, mama. Why are you so sad? I love that she got to make her. Dude, I love Bluey. It's one of my favorite. We have Bluey everything. We have Bluey action figures. Hell, at one point I thought we were gonna buy her the Bluey the house, the healer house. And my wife said no. I would have totally bought that house. All right, give me a second. Let me go grab her tablet real quick. I got 7 people in here, folks. Give me 1 second while I grab my daughter her tablet and not step on any of her toys to kill myself. But you guys are gonna hear me. Come here. Come walk with me to get your tablets right here in the kitchen. Here, come here. There you go. Get your blue. Here, get your blue right there. Okay. The life of a stay-at-home dad, folks. We do so much. All right. There we go. No, it's not. It's okay. So there's a spoof episode of the Game of Chairs, which is like musical chairs with the Game of Thrones style characters. It's hilarious. Grover Greyjoy. Sad faces don't work on you, Dave. You know they work on me. Um. So here's the thing. My rant. I feel better that my rant is over. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you know, I had to I would never show her Game of Thrones. Hell, the House of Dragons would never have been something that she would have watched. How is he everywhere? Where else is LeBron? I'm curious. Go look, honey. I don't know where your toys are. You have all your toys there. No, look, you know where your toys are. I'm not gonna look for you. You learn, mama. Go right there. You're playing on your tablet. You're not even playing with your toys. LeBron's everywhere. He's omnipresent, omniscient. Gee, Sal, how many streams are going on right now? Let me see. I have to go to YouTube so I can see. I'm curious. How many streams are going on right now? I don't even see any other ones going on right now. All right, Power Rangers. There we go. Let me see my subs. There's a few, but nothing that's yeah, he's the other guy in the chair, if you didn't know. All right. So I want to let me discuss something real quick. Besides the talk about the rant that I just did, because the rant is over. So let's talk a little bit. Let me talk to you. Yeah, do a little bit of L.A. Knight there. L.A. Knight, D.R.E. Oh, I think I might have gotten something there. D.R.E. L.A. Knight. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to L.A. Knight about that. Um, so on tonight, um, we are doing some pretty awesome stuff. See, that's another thing, Sal. Big brain thinking. Tonight on the Collector Safe Space here, as well as on Dave's Dimension and on the Outer Dimensions podcast, all three of our channels are going to be sponsoring the first ever mental health awareness roundtable. It is going to be a monthly, not right now, Mama, a monthly panel we are going to do. And the way it's going to work is like this. We are starting this month, and it's disclaimer, none of us are medical professionals. We are guys that have dealt with some stuff in life and have found awesome ways to cope with it through collecting, through meeting friends and making friends, and kind of moving forward through it. Um, Sal, I have to text you the link. I will text you the link in a little bit. Um, this mental health panel is where I met EC Collecting Colin and where I met Dave from Dave's Dimension. And they are two of my closest friends. And this is more of a serious thing. We do have a lot of great guys going to be on there tonight. We have EC Collecting Colin, Duff from Duffman Diorama, Aaron from Cold Bane Games, Dave and myself, as well as John Joker is going to be there. So and if Sal from Nerd Affiliated can make it, he will gladly grace us. Um, and it is more of a serious talk. This is not joking. This is not like when we do these live streams of the mental health panel, it is serious talk. It is a way of building bridges and creating opportunities for people to have voices where they feel they don't have one. Um, it's also a way to connect people to help and to make new friendships. Um, I know LeBron, you and I already talked about it, and and dude, there's always the next one. This is for me, this is something that is near and dear to my heart because my mother was a psychiatric nurse and she always believed in helping people in any way she could. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. I want to create an opportunity where people have a chance to reach out and talk about it. So many people have talked about if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, I didn't, you know, and they're maybe not here with us, or coulda, woulda, shoulda, and have suffered a lot of you know personal issues in their heart and their mental health. Mental health is a very serious thing, and it is a great. This is a great opportunity for people to connect. And if it's not your cup of tea, hey, I'm not going to hold your hand to it. This is not something that a lot of people like to talk about. It's some uncomfortable topics. I mean, we bring up topics of suicide. We've talked about substance abuse. We've talked about everything. So there's as long as people are respectful and are understanding, that's what we do. So whoever would like to join us, the chat will be open. Uh, Cold Bang Games, Aaron is going to be hosting a Fortnite stream afterwards, and we kind of are piggybacking it like this. We're going to have a serious heart-to-heart talk, and then afterwards we're going to go do some shenaniganry inside of Fortnite. Why? Because you need a way to blow off some steam after having a serious talk. So that's where we're leaving that at. So you're more than welcome to all come. And I really hope that the people that show up in the chat and or in the panel really feel that they can share. You know, if you can't, we understand. But I hope you do, and I hope you can try. So, Mega Demon, I'm glad to have you in here. Um, Cobb, that's a great thing to hear, dude. I won't lie. Um, if you catch tonight's stream, Cobb, you'll hear my story about when I had to take my first step a few years ago, right when I met my wife. She and I were just starting to date at the time, and this was back in 2018. Uh, I I went down a pretty bad path, and I might not have been here if it wasn't for her and my sister. So that's a big deal for me to say it like that. So just if you guys, like I said, and Cobb, um, just in case you want to know, um, I'll message you on Instagram so you can have my number if you do need to talk. Because I know for me that first step was difficult, but we can talk and I can just kind of be like, there for you. It's not like I'm doing this for clout because I don't. This isn't for fucking clout. I hate when people think that way. This is not for fucking numbers. This is for me caring about people because sorry, I get very emotional when I think about this. This is a chance for people to maybe have their lives saved. As a teacher, it's always been my goal to do that. If I touched one life in a positive way, and I've done that. You know, in this instance, I want to make sure my friends are okay. So I'll reach out to you, Cobb, through Instagram. I'll send you my number and we can talk. Yeah, Sal is actually really good, folks. Folks, I'm going to post a link in the Dave. We're going to end up putting that in the description. Let's throw up the Collector Safe Space Discord in our description and throw up the nerd affiliated one so they can join both of those because we have a lot of the guys are in both those discords and I think that would be a great way because Sal I know moderates the discord, so it's a great way to keep in contact with people. Oh, and the phrase Dave in Spanish is siempre pa'lante, always forward. Ah, no problem, Sal. You're a great dude. I talk to you, dude. You and I talk. We talk multiple times a week, so I'm good with. There's a very select group of people I talk to every week, and you're in that. Luke Cage. I'm lost. Uh, but yeah, like that's gonna be from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks. I do know I have several people in Canada that are on Eastern that are not on Eastern time that are on some form of Central and or can be on Pacific time. So you guys, if you guys are, oh yeah, pops from Luke Cage, always forward, never backwards. You're right. You're right. But you guys always know you can tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it'd be 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central. No, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central. You're far East Coast. I cannot name that movie. Dave, can you name that movie? Because that sounds. You're East Coast. Bless you, Mama. Rush Hour, right? It's far. It's right. Was it Rush Hour? No, it's how high. Oh yeah, far. I have to rewatch that movie now. I'm gonna have to watch that movie. I haven't watched How High in forever. All right, in a little bit. I heard you in a little bit. Go play with your toys. Thank you. Come here. What are you crying about? Come here. Come here. Come see Papa. Come. Come sit with me. Here, come sit with Papa. Ugh. Ugh. No, you pee pee, not poo poo. I think the joke's in both. All right. Can you say hi to my friends? No? Why are you saying no? We'll find your magenta when I get off the stream, okay? Can you say thank you for watching? Can you say thank you for watching? For watching. And say hello, everyone. Good job. Can you say my name is Rory? Can you say what's your name? Say Rory. No, magenta is your toy that you want to go get, silly goose. And you drop Papa's phone. Let me get my phone. Ugh. Thank you guys. This is my reason right here, folks. I have 3 kids. The youngest one is the most important. All 3 of them are important to me, but they're my reason. They're my reason. This is my little one. So where you ow ow ow. We'll find magenta. I gotta change your diaper too. All right. So say hey, everybody. Say I see you later. All right. All right. You gotta stop dropping my stuff. Now you're dropping too much of my stuff. There you go. Go over there. So thank you guys for watching. Staying with me for this stream. It was a quick little one. I'm glad I got a little snack time chat with you guys. Again, I did get some serious towards the end there, and like I said, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you guys can make it, you are more than welcome to. Cobb, I'll be getting in touch with you. Sal, I'll be shooting you a text in a bit. Dave, I'll be messaging you in a second. The snack is that you got to chat with me. That's your snack, bro. Cobb, check out, and mwah, that's your kiss for you. And like I said, folks, you guys are always awesome. Thanks to everybody that came through. Sal, Dave, LeBron, Cobb, that weird dude that we had to ban, everybody that's been in here. Thank you so much. Mega Demon, you're awesome. I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, we're about to go maybe to 8:15, possibly 8:30, and then we're going to go over to Cold Bane Games. We'll talk more, like I said, on a serious topic tonight and move it over to a little bit more fun. So thank you, my friends. And as always, stay geeky, y'all. Peace, love, and chicken grease. See you at 7.